Hi, this is Chris Cluey, and you're listening to Best Threesome Ever.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. Probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now here are your hosts, Nick, Rob, and Kevin.
All right, here we go. Best Threesome Ever, episode 144, brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin.
And here we are with another delightful episode. Brought to you.
Boy, that had some edge to it.
Did it?
A little.
Well.
You said it like it's a delightful episode.
And when I was saying it, I was picturing Bob Uecker in Major League saying, "Welcome back, sports fans. It's another glorious
Gotcha.
day."
I
get you. For some odd reason, that picture dumped in my head.
Nope.
Welcome to the wonderful mind of Nick and how fucked up it is.
No. That makes perfect sense as to how you got there because, like, Bob Uecker, despite the fact that he was just a sports announcer for years, when he did that movie, like, they put him through acting class, like acting boot camp, and were like, "So this is what you have to do." Like, I mean, this is a shit team, and you have to act like you have to still be the announcer for a shit team and still be. He's like, "Please, I've broadcast the Indians for years, or not the Indians. Who does he broadcast? Cubs. That's right. I've broadcast the Cubs for years. Excuse me." And they're like, and so like he did his first take, and then the director went, "Bob's got it. Bob's got it. You guys, Bob's got it."
It's a great movie.
That's a really good movie.
The second one, yeah.
The second one's fine. It's the third one that's crap.
They replaced Wesley Snipes with the one guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the one guy.
Honestly, I don't remember his name either, other than the fact that he was in House.
But a lot younger looking than Wesley Snipes.
Right, but also, like, I appreciate what they did to, lean on the fourth wall for that.
Yeah.
Because the actor pretends Willie Mays Hayes' off season is off making a movie with Jesse the Body Ventura.
Right, which is funny because...
making fun of Wesley Snipes, who had just gone off and made Demolition Man.
Right, but I think shortly after... the reason why he wasn't in the movie, I think, was that was when... wasn't that when he was going through his tax evasion stuff?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that was way later. Never mind.
Way
You're
later.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, The Replacements was also kind of an enjoyable movie. Keanu Reeves.
I haven't seen The Replacements in years.
It's on Hulu? Hulu, Amazon Prime, one of those two.
That one's with Gene Hackman, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's two of those movies. There's The Replacements, and then there's Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
Those are the two I
Any
think
Given
of.
Sunday is Al Pacino and Electrode
and wildly less funny.
and Terry.
And wildly less funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Replacements is Hackman and Reeves.
Yeah.
I just remembered I have a cookie. I'm sorry.
all right.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's so crinkly getting it out of the wrapper.
Is that fire in your hand?
Hell yeah. Oatmeal cookie, baby. Fuck chocolate chip.
I like oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal raisin.
Rude.
Chocolate. If your favorite cookie is chocolate chip, I'm sorry that you're like, oh, I like Wolverine and picking Mario and Super Smash Brothers. Missionary Sex is the one for me. I had
I love it has nuts in it. Fuck it.
I had a whole bit written in the Lair about how oatmeal raisin cookies were the far superior cookie.
Didn't you do that? Isn't that in the episode?
It was in season 2. We never got to it.
But there's a thing about cookies in the Getting to Know You episode. There's a thing about oatmeal raisin cookies, or a line or something.
Yeah, but I don't.
God,
It's between you and Cutlass about
If only we
oatmeal.
had.
No, we had. This was like a full round table.
Right. But I meant like during the episode, the Getting to Know You one. There's because what's your name's going to make cookies, and then somebody said oatmeal raisin, and then like either you or Cutlass is like, aren't oatmeal raisin cookies the absolute best? And you're like, yes,
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I had like a whole thing.
If only we had some sort of platform in which to maybe produce and perform these sketches and then send out to the world.
I've honestly thought about doing a revival for
TikTok?
One
of the film fests.
Oh, sure.
Speaking of films, I don't know if you guys heard this. I recently heard this recently, and I don't know why it's just recently, but maybe it's because with the new Spider-Man movie.
Like you're like, speaking of films, like that's not our whole podcast.
Right. That's true.
I also enjoyed the use of the word recently like 5 times.
Right.
Well, you know.
Gratuitous use of it. Have you guys heard the Stark theory with Spider-Man? Because the nice thing
Recently? No.
Do you know what the Stark theory is?
No, I have no idea what it is. Sorry, I'm being an asshole over here.
So
our podcast.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And the Stark theory talks about Tony Stark, the relationship between Tony Stark and Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Okay.
Because in previous Spider-Mans, he got bit by a radioactive spider. We all know that, right? And,
sure.
And Toby or Tom Holland says, I was bit by a radioactive spider. But that radioactive spider was at Oscorp. There is no Oscorp in the Tom Holland verse. That means the leading proprietor of scientific stuff is Stark Industries.
Sure.
So was that spider from... The theory is that spider was at... It happened at Stark Industries
somewhere?
Somewhere. At one of the expos, the future expos or whatever, in Iron Man 2. Which also brings in that was supposed to be Tom Holland there, but I don't buy that, and I think that's stupid. But anyways.
I know you don't like that, but it is canon now.
Ugh. Anyways. So, he went back later and blah, blah, blah. Because then you start thinking about, how did Tony Stark know Spider-Man's secret identity? Yes, Tony Stark does know a lot. So does that mean maybe he knew about the bite and followed this kid and then was like, oh, there happens to be this web slinger, and I know that this kid was bitten by a radioactive spider. He just seemed to watch or know, when he first meets him, seems to know an awful lot about him. And the fact that he already knows he's Spider-Man. And then it was kind of goes on to the whole parental thing, which makes, yes, he was kind of the parental figure to him anyways.
That's already a death wish.
What do you mean?
Being a parental figure to Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness, yes.
But it kind of, I don't know if it adds or it doesn't really add anything to the story, but just kind of fills in some gaps about how did Tony Stark know so much about him and why he really had to felt like he really needed to watch over this kid more. Maybe he felt guilty or I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's the Stark theory.
It's not a bad theory, especially with the fact that Tony was able to figure it out.
Right.
Because in the comics, it wasn't Oscorp. It was just
just a laboratory.
It was just it was a science expo.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the science expo that Tony. Yeah.
It could be. That's certainly possible.
It's never really explained, and not that it needs to be explained, but interesting theory. But again, how does Tony know?
He knows everything.
He does. He apparently does. Unless maybe it was. I was going to say when he hacked S.H.I.E.L.D., but that got destroyed way before he met Spider-Man. So, well, that doesn't answer it either. So, never mind. So, anyways, that was the Stark theory. That's what I wanted to start with.
I did see Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was able to absorb more the second time. Because, the first time you're just in awe, and the second time you're like,
right.
okay, I'm going to analyze this shit.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I had to see it twice before we had talked about it. Still just as good?
Still just as good.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad. It was just as good for me as well. Maybe even a little better, because like you said, you get to notice a little bit more and some of the details and some of the things you maybe missed, or like the fact that it took me forever to realize that the gold came from the nanobites on his uniform, and he didn't have it, and then all of a sudden he had it. Anyways, yeah. So
because he took it back.
He took it back. Spider-Man's taking it back. We don't have a lot. We have a lot of trailers, a few trailers to talk about, but it wasn't a lot of nerd news in the past few days.
The plot holes are starting to build, guys.
What?
The plot holes.
Which ones?
Well, the ones caused by Spider-Man now, and how many things happened relying on people knowing that Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
Okay.
The return blip.
Yeah.
And what happened to the people who were in planes and helicopters, which I think we talked about last podcast.
We did.
Just like I said, the plot holes are starting to build.
I mean, yeah, but I think at some point you just have to go, fuck it, it's escapist art. Let's just keep watching.
Well, I mean, they do have some things to explain with the Spider-Man thing, but we'll get there, I'm sure.
I'm sure eventually. So apparently Daniel Radcliffe was
Oh, yes.
Chosen.
Oh, my favorite bit of news right now.
was chosen to play Weird Al Yankovic in a biopic.
It's going to be fucking glorious.
Oh, I love the idea. Oh, I can't wait till he comes out in that permed goddamn wig.
Right? I can't wait till they redo the UHF stuff.
There's only one person I think I would like to play him more than Daniel Radcliffe.
Who dat?
And that's Linkara, a popular comic book reviewer and a friend of the show, Graham's younger brother, who looks and sounds almost exactly like Weird Al.
I'll be honest. That's my third pick. My first pick, not Radcliffe either. Just fucking Weird Al himself. The man does not look like he's aged in 40 years.
Well, he's finally starting to show it, but even then, only starting
only
to.
Slightly.
He still looks probably 20 years younger than he is.
Yeah, he looks like the slightly older brother of UHF era Weird Al. He's the brother who just finished college.
Well, Howard Stern played himself in his own stupid pick.
That wasn't a good.
That was exclusively so he could squeeze some titties.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's correct.
But other than that, it's bad form to play yourself in a biopic.
Oh, I'm well aware.
For the most part.
There's a guy who did it in the 40s. Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy played himself in the biopic of himself.
I mean, the closest we get where it's still kind of okay is where it's not exactly a biopic, but more loosely based on your life.
You mean like Private Parts?
I was gonna say 8 Mile, but yeah, probably Private Parts too.
Yeah,
but at least with 8 Mile, he was playing a different character.
that's fair.
Anthony Mackie.
Mekhi Phifer,
Yeah.
Yep.
Britney Murphy before all that.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of biopics, did you guys watch the documentary about her?
No.
No.
It's quite good.
Is it?
What's it on?
I feel like it's on maybe HBO, maybe Netflix.
I think maybe I saw the little thing when I was browsing. I didn't know they made a thing about her.
Yes, and it is quite good.
Really?
Yeah, her husband was fucking whack.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she was in Clueless, right? Yeah, Britney.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
That was like her.
That was her breakout role.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back. Love it.
But so that was 96, 97?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
And then, man, she didn't have a very long film life because
Because she didn't have a very long life.
Well, yeah, true.
But she did have great roles, and then she married that guy who became her agent and fucked up her life. And so anyway, Weird Al Yankovic is getting a biopic.
He sure is, and Danny Radcliffe is playing him.
Interesting. It'll be fun because Weird Al Yankovic is almost 6 feet tall. Danny Radcliffe is 5'4". Yeah,
Something ridiculously short. Yeah.
I always forget how short he is
Until he stands up next to literally anyone.
Yes. And especially when I think the first time I really realized it was on the Tony Awards when he was in For the Love of Money.
How to succeed in business without really trying.
That's it. And they did their usual Tony Award thing, and they do the segment, song, dance, whatever from their show. And he's on there, and he was so much shorter than everybody.
But he stands next to John Larroquette in that show, and frankly, that's unfair.
But the dance number wasn't John Larroquette. The dance number was a bunch of other people, but he was still short. Yeah.
But if you put Kevin next to John Larroquette, Kevin will look 5'2".
He's only 6'2", 6'3".
He's 6'7".
He is not.
Yeah.
No.
I'll find out.
Wait,
I want a second because everyone in Harry Potter is really fucking short.
Yes.
Rupert Grint is 5'8", Emma Watson's 5'5", Tom Felton's 5'9". What the fuck? Why are all these people so short? Alan Rickman was 6'1". Good for you, buddy.
Oh, Alan Rickman. Are you looking up?
Yeah, I'm on John Larroquette now.
Yeah,
I'm saying 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
6'4".
you were closer, but that means
Without going over.
yes, you were closer, but I was
Price is
right.
Right rules.
Jesus, Harry Anderson is 6'4" too.
Is he what?
And Richard Mall is 6'8". Everyone in Night Court is huge.
For those that remember Night Court. I used to love Night Court.
Sure.
I mean, Richard Mole is not 6'8". He's 6 under. Yes, I will take that. Yes, give it to me. Give me your hate. Yes, yes.
Boo.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say it about Rickman, but I felt bad.
It's almost as good as a joke. What's the difference between a chickpea and a...
Garbanzo bean. I wouldn't pay $300 to let to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
Yes, but it wasn't garbanzo bean. It was different, but yes.
It's
Same thing, yeah. That one.
yeah.
Boo.
Hang on.
So Weird Al.
So Weird Al.
So Weird Al. I'm just moving on.
If they follow the form of the last every biopic of a rock star musician that they've had in the past couple of years, I'm going to be very sad.
Here's the thing, like, has Weird Al ever been in a controversy?
No.
One. I can think of one.
The Coolio thing?
Yeah, I was going to say, the Coolio thing which is only kind of a controversy because it's Coolio being a dick.
Yeah,
and Weird Al came out and
Coolio
was like,
stole it first.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The only other thing I could think of was that they were something about he got in a little trouble about, like, supposedly somebody accused him of stealing music, and he's like, no, all the music that I have to get their permission before I do these parody songs. And every parody song he's ever done.
My label people call your label people.
Yeah.
I don't call you directly unless I have a really funny idea and I think you'll like it.
And apparently Michael Jackson was a huge fan of Weird Al Yankovic. In fact, the whole video, the Fat video, he did on the same set that they did the Bad video on.
Yep.
He's like, you can have my set. Yeah. And I was like, they kept it that long? Cool.
He ended up doing
Also-
4 of his songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, under parody law, he doesn't actually have to get anyone's permission. He does it out of kindness. Like, he does it out of respect for the artist.
Right.
Under parody law, he doesn't have to.
But with music, though, isn't it?
Nope.
Really?
Because it falls under parody law.
Huh.
Yeah. He doesn't have to do shit. He could walk right out and do a parody of us goofing off singing Waffle Time, and A, we can't do anything about it, and B, Bill Lawrence can't do anything about it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird Al, do a parody of Waffle Time.
And come on our show.
I was going to say, Weird Al, come on our show.
I was going to say that, but I'm like, I don't want to steal Kevin's thing, so I was like,
Thank you.
do
That's
a,
my bit. Leave it alone.
do a parody of
Let me have
Waffle
one
Time.
thing.
Sorry.
That's why I didn't want to do it. I was trying to... all right.
You know who I was talking to.
The guy that was saying sorry all the time.
I'm sorry, you're an asshole. Sorry. Sorry, you're an ass. Sorry.
Before we get to trailer, is there any other like nerd news that's happened recently? Because the other thing I have on the list is trailers.
Yes. I don't know if you've watched it yet, though. Father?
Oh, no, I haven't yet.
Okay.
Father?
Because I want to watch it with Blake.
Oh, okay, sure. How I Met Your Father. The first 2 episodes premiered.
Right. Oh, the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker dropped on HBO Max.
Just the first. And a second one this week.
Of Peacemaker?
Yeah.
There were 3 episodes.
It did not tell me there was more than one. It just said there was the one
Really?
episode. Yeah.
Oh, mine? There was the first 3. I've already seen the first 3.
Get fucked. What? I've seen episode. It never said go to next episode. All it said was recap and sneak peek.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it
really?
gave me the first 3.
No, just give me the first one.
Maybe you go through.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I'm gonna slap ass.
Well, I know it was 3 because I've watched them
Giggity.
separately. So I've watched it. I'm not going to give any spoilers. My only thing with it is it just seems like they've not changed the character.
Yep.
But it maybe it was just the way he was portraying himself, portraying his how do I say this? The way that the character was portraying themselves in Suicide Squad just seemed like they were more badass, And now he just seems kind of like a bumbling idiot who can't really do his job. Or he's not. He's more talk than he is. Whatever. Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. That's it. So when he's on the job, when he's in a fight, when he's doing his thing, he's a fucking badass.
Okay.
When he's just being him and he has no one to shoot in the face,
And
he's kind of a bumbling idiot. And that was portrayed in the Suicide Squad.
No. Well, maybe there's just more of it.
Like when
They
they
also
were
say fuck a
sleeping,
lot.
like when they all woke up and he was standing around in his underwear and he's like,
Yeah, there's a lot of that too. Him in his underwear.
and that, the dude is proud of his body. Holy shit. Just
that's fair.
barebacking that crimped hair girl. Oh, you see some stuff, man.
Yeah.
You see stuff and things. Holy shit.
So you haven't gotten past that episode?
No, I've just seen the first one.
Okay, so you left it at... Okay.
Yeah, so now I
Crimped
guess I have a shitload of shit to watch this weekend. Fucking Saber. God damn it.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm enjoying it. It's been fun. It's John. I am appreciating John Cena in a lead role a little bit more, but also it's not like this is a very serious role, and you can't.
His acting has improved.
Yes,
quite a bit.
I was just gonna say, like, this is the part where if Nick was an overachieving producer, and I mean that, if he was an overachieving producer, he'd clip in the times where we ragged on John Cena.
Because even as recently as Bumblebee,
right?
Yeah,
he was
horse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've always appreciated.
Too rigid, and he just he came, he said his lines, he flexed, and then we went home.
He almost over to the point of overacting. But we've said in the past, and I know this for a fact, that we've said like his small like little cameo parts hilarious,
are always great.
Yeah, they're great. Like in that one house party movie where he was a drug dealer, it's fucking hilarious with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. They're sisters. And they're
Yes, I know what you're talking about. And
he plays a drug dealer in that. Hilarious. Just fucking hilarious.
I heard he was also very good in that Amy Schumer movie. Trainer.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
And you also see a lot of him in that. Jesus fucking Christ, John. But yeah, it's improved quite a lot. He is carrying his leading role in this, and I am very impressed.
Oh, good.
Yeah, me too. And the rest of the cast is great too.
The girl from Orange is the New Black,
Yes.
she is killing it.
Just wait.
I'm sure.
It gets better.
I'm sure.
And the blonde girl,
Yeah.
that girl. I love
Nice.
her. I'm in
Yeah.
love with the blonde girl.
I feel like if you're in love with her, you should know her name.
You know me and names. It's just- you gotta wear it. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. You gotta wear a name tag.
Oh no, I can't say that.
I'm yes, it's good, and I'm enjoying it. So if you haven't seen it yet, you've been hesitant to see it. If you enjoyed Suicide Squad, you'll enjoy Peacemaker. I feel you'll enjoy Peacemaker.
I haven't seen the Suicide Squad yet.
It's on HBO. You have no excuse not to.
I know I have no excuse not to.
And so is Peacemaker. I will say I'm going to make a recommendation right now.
Okay.
So Saber and I this weekend we were trying to find something to watch, and we were like, "Oh, we should finally watch Heels."
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Speaking
heard.
of watching superheroes absolutely barebacking and really obscene sex scenes. So Heels is a show that came out fall of last year, and they're working on season 2 about the independent wrestling community, specifically in southern Georgia. And it stars Stephen Amell, who played Oliver Queen in Arrow. And the Bjorn Florgenthorn from Vikings on the History Channel.
Right.
With a slew of other people.
Nice.
I can never remember his name, but he's the kind of stone-faced, balding dude who's like angry in a lot lot of stuff. He was an anchor
This is
man.
the guy in True Blood too, right?
Yep. He was in
the
True
sheriff,
Blood.
yeah.
He's in a ton of stuff.
Andy something.
Yes.
John Malkovich.
Not John Malkovich. It's Andy something sounds right.
Yeah.
So anyway, he also stars in it as like the former partner of Stephen Amell, Jack.
Okay.
Jack Spade and his brother Ace Spade. their dad King Spade, but King's real name was Tom, but he actually named his children Jack and Ace because he's a dick.
I'm sorry, the actor's name is Chris Bauer.
Thank you. I think Andy was who he played in True Blood.
Yes, I think that's right.
Okay. So anyway, fucking A.
The Spades.
So it had to have been a prosthetic, but you see his giant dick.
Jesus. Like Dirk Diggler giant?
Bigger. It's fucking massive. Just dangling around. Anyway, but like...
How do you get those in those wrestling tights?
Fucking... I don't know. That's a good question because it was huge. So anyway, this show, it's super compelling. It's got comedy, a lot of drama. It's it's about the interpersonal drama between these two brothers.
Yeah.
And their dad killed himself when a few years ago, and so Jack, Stephen Amell's character, has taken over the business, and so it is. The writing is fucking tight. It's got another familiar face as the rival. He's in Snowpiercer. He's in so many things, and he always kind of plays this kind of gentle, genuine guy. And in this, he's a total piece of shit. It's really weird to see.
What's the name of the character? Do you remember?
Sully, I think.
Sully Gully?
Gully, yes, Gully. Thank you.
Charlie Gully. Mike O'Malley. Oh, yes. I know who he is.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he was in Glee for a number of years. He was also on the...
Mike O'Malley. He was started on MTV's Remote Control.
Also did Nickelodeon Guts.
Yes, he did.
Sure did.
Yeah,
that guy. Him and Colin Quinn. Mike O'Malley was the question asker, and like Colin Quinn was like the commentary, color commentary guy. And it was like a quiz show for like 20-somethings. It was kind of a fun show. It was MTV back in the day.
But yeah, it just an incredibly compelling show. I cannot recommend enough if you have Stars or if you can get like a pass to Stars, anything like that.
It's also on Guts.
I highly recommend it. It was.
Have you seen Glow? But the female wrestlers?
Yes, I have seen parts of it.
I have not seen any of it.
It's very good. Alison Brie's in it, and she fucking crushes.
Nice.
But this is similar, but quite a bit different.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it.
I did try watching Raised by Wolves, and maybe it's just the first episode, but I was like,
keep going.
Yeah,
so keep going, dude.
Okay,
keep going.
All right,
trust.
All right. I watched it the other day, and I was like, ugh.
Keep going.
I mean, it was kind of cool at first, and I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what turned me off.
That's how I felt about Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay.
After the first episode, I was like, I don't know. But then I kept going, and that show also fucking slaps. Mayor of Kingstown also has a very good reason for you to watch, Nick.
What's the redhead's name? Yeah, what's her name?
Iris.
Thank you.
Okay. Speaking of which, this will tie everything together. There was an interview with Tony Stark in the UK. He was on a radio podcast.
I assume you mean Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes. Sorry. Okay. What did I say?
You said Tony Stark.
You said Tony Stark.
Which is fair. Which is fair.
And the guy's like, you've been asked a lot of compelling questions, and you've asked a lot of hard questions, and I'm gonna have somebody else ask a bunch of questions because if I ask them, then I'm just a dick. But if kids ask them, then if you don't answer, then you just hate children. So
Jesus.
Robert Downey Jr. laughs at it, but the question was from like a 4-year-old, like, who other than Tony Stark would you have liked to play in the Marvel? Like, who was your favorite? And he goes through them all, and he's like, the way that Jeremy Renner really played him, I really want to be Hawkeye because he made Hawkeye look fucking cool.
Yes.
So he's like, Hawkeye. Hawkeye is my answer.
Yes.
There you go.
Hot guy.
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 So yeah. Anyways, any other shows you watched recently? Peacemaker.
Fucking so many, man.
I don't know if I watched anything new. I started playing Battlefield 2042. It's
That's
what I figured.
Yeah. It I mean, it's fun if you're playing. If you're playing by yourself, kind of blows ass. But if you're playing with a group of friends, it's pretty fun. It just takes forever to power up. And there's like my problem with the Battlefields in the past is that it's cool that they're realistic, but then the realism kind of pisses you off because I just want to shoot somebody that's like 500 yards away, but you can't just put the dot on him. You actually have to use your mil specs and fucking I got to go up because he's farther away in gravity and shit. So
that's cool, but also annoying.
Yeah,
cool,
right?
Annoying.
Yes, and there's just too many buttons. Like there's they give you a lot of options to do things, which is cool, but just too many buttons. Like you do this to that to this, and it's cool. Anyways, so it's been all right. And then apparently, Call of Duty has a new thing for an anti-cheat thing. So if they know you're cheating or suspect you of cheating, so what they do instead of booting you out, or if you're using cheating hardware or hacks or anything, apparently this program can detect that. And then what it does instead of booting you out is it keeps you in, but your bullets don't kill anybody. And you just get your ass handed to you.
Dope.
And there is a YouTube clip of a streamer on Facebook who apparently cheats and has admitted to cheating and like says he cheats all the time, but yet people still watch him on Call of Duty, and he was just getting his butt handed to him because Call of Duty has a new thing, and he was just getting so mad, like almost rage quit, walked away, and like, now you know how the rest of us feel, motherfucker. Yeah, fuck you, cheaters. Just play it normal like the rest of us. Anyways, which probably tells me that you suck to begin with, because if you're cheating, you're not that good to begin with. So yeah, there's that. Anything else before we get to trailers? Should we get trailers? Let's get trailers.
All right.
So we got a new Lord of the Rings one that was about as good as the Boys trailer. It dropped a story and gave us a graphic, and graphic was cool. Little Galadriel-esque voiceover.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
I like it. I think it's an interesting concept for a show.
Yeah.
Knowing literally nothing other than the fact that knowing literally nothing other than that trailer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if there's a synopsis out there for the show yet or what.
It takes place during the Second Age.
That's right. We did talk about that. Because
Yeah.
they had released like a teaser picture like half a year ago or something.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna take place like during the actual like rise of Sauron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which would be kind of fun. Kind of like I feel it's going to follow. It's going to very much follow what they're doing with Game of Thrones, the story before Game of Thrones. It's kind of like, here's a story leading up to what you already know. And prior to, well, for that one, The Hobbit and everything else. It looks good. I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, I'll watch it because I like Lord of the Rings. So it was.
I do too.
There's
I'm just curious.
There's also a very funny interview on Stephen Colbert with Jennifer Lawrence recently where something Lord of the Rings came up. She's like, I love Lord of the Rings. And Stephen Colbert was like, ha ha ha. She's like, but I don't know which one is what. There's something about a tree and something and this and that. Was that the first one? And of course, Stephen Colbert gets all mad. Slams his glasses down. Well, he doesn't really slam them down. He politely just sets them down. But
sure,
you get the idea. Because if you don't know, Stephen Colbert loves Lord of the Rings. Kind of a uber geek about it.
I didn't know.
No? You know what? No.
The IMDb doesn't have any goddamn character names under any of the actors.
Nothing.
Does it give a
fucking nothing.
synopsis?
Synopsis. It's a good one.
Epic drama set thousands of years before the events of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings follows an ensemble cast of characters, both familiar and new, as they do something. As they confront the long-feared reemergence of evil to Middle-earth.
They need better writers to get a more fun synopsis.
Yeah, if there's anything Lord of the Rings
Where are
needs,
the laughs, man?
Where are the fucking chuckles?
Right. We got to plus this up with some chuckles.
Fucking... Can we get a punch-up writer in here?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's another...
The wacky days of Mordor.
Kevin, you're hired. Lord of the Rings hired Kevin to do your voiceovers for years.
Yes.
This new guy in town, Sauron, they call him the King of Kooky.
Welcome to welcome to Hobbit Radio. Middle Earth Radio, sorry. There was a one that I didn't even know it was a thing until it popped up like in my Facebook feed or something. Or maybe it was on Snapchat. I don't remember. Anyways, Taika Waititi is producing and starring in a new series called Our Flags Mean Death. And it's kind of a satirical look of pirates in the 1700s, specifically following Stede Bonnet, who I knew, but Robb refreshed my memory on who Stede Bonnet was.
Yeah.
The gentleman pirate.
Yes, he was known as the gentleman pirate.
Yeah.
He was a tradesman for a while, and then he decided to turn pirate. So he joined up with Blackbeard, who apparently in the show is going to be played by
The man himself.
Taika Waititi.
Yes. Which is exciting already. I'm already.
So he joins up with Edward Teach Blackbeard, and he worked around on his ship for a while. Well, no, actually, he used his ship, but had Blackbeard be the captain of it while he learned under Blackbeard. So then he takes his own ship back over, and his entire crew mutinies and leaves and goes back to Blackbeard's ship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is all true. These are true stories.
Yeah.
Well, as true as the accounts of pirates can get from the.
I feel that they're not too overly exaggerated.
There's not a really good, solid historical. I don't know if you're going to believe this, but at one point I was really into pirates.
I was too. I still am. I find it fascinating. There's a very fun show on.
I think he was being a little sarcastic.
Oh.
No, I was.
About sarcastic about the not knowing this part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think all three of us, obviously.
Yeah.
I thought about this real quick. So when I traveled to Jamaica, I was thinking about wearing a T-shirt with like Blackbeard's pirate flag on it.
Oh, maybe don't.
No? It's kind of funny. Port Royal's in Jamaica.
I understand that. Do you think can you definitively say that anyone local will appreciate it?
I don't know.
As a joke.
Well, they'll get it. It's not really a joke. It's kind of like, oh, you're being historically accurate because Blackbeard came to Jamaica a lot. He didn't really loot and plunder. He was Port Royal.
I don't know. Seems. I don't know.
I thought it was.
Hey, you wear whatever you want, man. No worries. But yeah, so like, there's no real good, solid historical account of pirates.
There's the pirate thing that came through here. I know Kevin went to that and I went to it. Did you go to it?
No.
Oh, it was very good.
It was good.
And then there's a Netflix series about pirates, and it's kind of
Yeah, I've seen that. It's not
great, but it's not horrible. It's something to have on if you're like doing laundry or something.
Yeah, but like most stories about pirates are all sort of just a little bit secondhand, not quite. Well, I wasn't there, but my buddy was. Like, that's kind of how all pirate stories exist. And I'm not saying that's wrong. In fact, that's how we get most of our great pirate stories. And, and I think that really helps and benefits the myth of pirates.
Of pirates, yeah.
But yeah, as there is a book out there that's like the Chronicle of Pirates or something, and it's an old the Pirate Compendium or something, and it's from the mid 1800s, and it's mostly apocryphal, but it was used as like the definitive text on pirates, and a lot of the stories like. Mary Bonnet are in there. Blackbeard's in there. Like
Anne Bonnet.
Anne Bonnet and Mary. Hell, I don't remember right now. But yeah, those characters are in there, and they're
the only historical
written about, but like it's not quite. It's sort of like Aesop's fables for pirates,
right? The only historical documents that I need is clearly Pirates of the Caribbean because it was clearly historically accurate.
I was going to say the Gina Davis one.
Oh God, Treasure Island, Gina Davis one. Ooh.
It wasn't Treasure Island. It was called something else, wasn't it?
I swore it was Treasure Island, but you could be right. Oh yes, it was. It was.
Like Cutthroat Island?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I want to say it was Cutthroat Island. You're right.
I can't believe I'm looking this up.
It was really well. It's because it's one of the greatest box office bombs in history.
Horseshit. The Pirates thing that they used to have at Las Vegas was better than that movie. And those pirate ships are still there. And it's very cool. While you look that up, it has always fascinated me. Just absolutely blows. There's a lot of things in history that blow my mind. But just to think about, and Master and Commander does a great job of doing this. But just thinking about like two ships side by side shooting the shit out of each other. Just like
it's got to be fucking scary,
right? What balls of steel or just fucking insanity do you have to be like, oh, we're just gonna shoot the fucking bloody hell out of each other. Pray to God we live through this.
With balls of steel, right?
Because it's not like they could just fly you away in a helicopter to rescue you. You're fucking at least a week's way to get to a hospital.
Rob.
Cutthroat Island is a 1995 adventure swashbuckler film
Very good,
directed
Kevin.
by Rennie Harlan and starring Gina Davis, Matthew Modine, and Frank Langella. What? How?
Yep.
It earned...
You want to see it now, don't you?
I do. It earned $10 million against a budget of $98 million.
Yeah.
Boom.
In 1995.
Yeah.
Probably equivalent of 300
It was an
million.
expensive movie for back then.
Yeah.
But I was going to say there's 4 lines that describe our flags mean death. It's the year is 1717. Wealthy landowner Stede Bonnet has a midlife crisis and decides to blow up his cushy life and become a pirate. It does not go well. Based on a true story.
It does not go well. Thanks, synopsis.
It's true. If you have ever read any of the story, okay, you've played Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yes, yeah. I'm just poking fun at how it's worded, man. I don't need follow ups.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Okay,
I love you.
I could just hear a very long follow up coming.
If you want
It's like it was just a joke, baby. We can move on.
If you want a very not historical accurate thing, watch Black Sails. They try to put historical characters in there,
I couldn't get into it. I tried
couldn't
so many times.
And I love the main character. Well, he's kind of the main character. The guy that's in a lot of movies, the redheaded guy. He plays the father in Lost in Space. That actor, if you know what I'm talking about.
In the movie?
No, the TV series, the new series on Netflix. Okay, that actor. I really like that actor, and I thought I would really like this Black Sails thing because it made it look so cool. I couldn't, man. I've tried multiple times, just can't get into it. So, anyways, moving on. And then there's another little trailer that dropped maybe a day or yesterday, 2 days ago. A movie called Moonlight.
It was a show, first of all.
A show series.
A show called Moonlight.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The other one is the pirate one is also going to be on HBO Max.
Cool.
So yeah, Moonknight.
This is our first show with a new with someone new.
Yes,
that revolves around someone new.
That not very many people. I would not say huge. I mean, he was popular, but not as popular as others.
He's pretty popular.
He's gaining a lot of traction, and has been as of recent.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the last 20 or so years, he's gained a lot. I think mid-90s is when he started popping up a little more, I think.
Yeah, I know, but he started gaining like popularity probably in the last 10. 20 is even being very generous.
Sure.
Yeah, so I got the trailer. It looks fucking dope as fuck.
It sure does. Looks like it's going to be a little mind-bendy.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Hawke as the villain. I don't understand what's happening, but I'm here for it.
And the French actor playing a character, Mr. Midnight.
Yeah.
Just passed in a ski accident.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, in a ski accident. I did see that.
Saw that just happened just a few hours ago.
Yes. Like earlier today or yesterday, one of the two.
Yeah.
The news broke a few hours ago. Yeah, it looks great. It looks like they're doing they're keeping a lot of the stuff from the comics, so that's great. And it looks like they might just be doing 2 of his kind of personalities: the mercenary side and not the taxi cab driver guy, but I don't think they're doing the like
Robin Hoodish smuggler guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's troubled by a lot of things, and as you can tell from the trailer, where he's got a sleep thing next to him. He obviously has trouble differentiating between reality and sleeping, and he like chains himself up to his bed. He's whatever, and so he suffers not from like what's the word I'm looking for here? A dissociative disease, but like just can't tell the difference, and so he doesn't know where he's at. And it looks like he gets visited by the I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the spirit that, or the deity that comes and visits him to give him his powers. But
Khonshu.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. It looks badass.
So if they do anything with what Moon Knight has done in the comics, he could be the key to putting Mjolnir back together.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, because he at one point Thor whips it at him, and he stops it midair because it in the comics, like in the movies, it's from the heart of a dying star, yada yada yada. But in the comics, it's from a rock from a very old moon,
Right.
like almost predating life. And because it is a property of a moon, he has control over it.
Right.
So that's, I think the reason why this is coming out ahead of the next Thor movie. That's my prediction.
Do you think there will also be a connection with Moon Knight and the Eternals because of just like their story arcs and old and ancient?
Possibly. I think it would be smart to kind of bring in some of those things.
Yeah. And the way that it's very trippy because if you watch the trailer again, there's some really trippy things in there already. Like when he walks away from the mirror and there's two different mirror reflections that don't move anywhere. He sees Moon Knight in the mirror and then it's like smiling at him, which is creepy as fuck. And there's some other things that if you watch the reflections of him, the reflection is not what he's doing or does something different, which is mind trippy. And then when you see him finally power up, I guess, and become Moon Knight, how the bandages kind of wrap around him like a fucking badass.
Almost like Spawnish.
Yeah.
Shit, baby.
Very Spanish. Yeah, very good, Kevin. But in the comics, he wasn't. The costume kind of looks like a mummy-ish, I guess, if you would. But in the comics, he never really had a mummy-ish looking.
Very loud.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. I can't hear it at all.
He's had a few different costumes. One of them has been bandagier. Others
newer
have
stuff.
looked more like armors and.
Yeah, the one I know is not. I know old school Moon Knight. That's my very limited knowledge of him, and it doesn't look like they're doing the billionaire thing. Or if they are, he is not. They have not revealed that yet.
It certainly doesn't look like they are. Whew.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. I'm excited for it. Comes out March
30th?
I was gonna say March 3rd or something, maybe.
Maybe. That's a good question. I'm
Comes out
going to
March.
look that up right now.
But it looks good. I'm excited for it. Are you guys excited for it?
Yeah. March 30th is when it will
there you
release.
go. I knew there's a 3 in there somewhere.
Yep.
It's mostly right.
And we did get an official release date for Picard Season 2 today.
Is that March 3rd?
I think that is March 3rd. Yes, that's correct.
There you go.
And that'll be 10 episodes.
That's the figure I have.
Oh, look at that.
I'm more black.
Yeah. Very nice. Very cool. Anything else before we move to Nerd Grabs? I know it's kind of sparse on material, but we recorded in a shorter period of time between episodes.
We did.
than
That's
normal.
true.
And the last episode, if I recall correctly, was 100, 102 hours long?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can do short episodes. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, me either.
Makes editing
Same.
a lot easier. Nerd grabs. You guys got anything?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I was going to bring it too, and I fucking forgot.
That's okay.
So I pre-ordered this a year ago. And it finally came. The Mandalorian sniper rifle.
Yeah, I gotta wait.
Oh, sure.
I gotta wait till October for mine. Fucker.
It's like this up like October.
Yeah.
Wow. It's cool.
Is it?
It's long.
Yeah.
The pictures make it look the pictures make it look a lot shorter than it is, but it comes up to about my Nerf.
Really?
So it's I don't know if it's 1-to-1, but it's close.
Pretty damn close. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's neat. It just fires the one dart. Like you cock it out.
Bolt action.
Yeah. So it has like a pump jerk off thing. So
As Kevin does the jerk.
you pump it out. The
He's
chamber
just
pops.
pleasured in
I'm still
elephant-
talking. You pump it out, the chamber pops open, you put in the dart, you close it, you pump it back, and then it makes noises when you do it.
Nice. Does it? Of course, now they've also put out the pre-sale for the Bubba Fett Nerf gun. Have you seen that?
I have. It's fine.
It's fine. Rob, are you dead?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Right.
Fine. No, you're fine.
So of course they were to put that out, and I have to wait till October for mine. So, fuck me, I guess. And I ordered it in August.
I'm still waiting on something that I ordered roughly 13,000 years ago. I'm trying to remember. Was it the Doctor Strange Eye of Magneto thing?
Oh, yeah.
I ordered that a billion years ago, and
And
it's
Graham
still
got
nothing.
his already, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Graham gets everything.
What's the thing? I ordered this April 9th. No updates.
Well, I saw recently also a Tony Stark Nano Gauntlet, but it looks like the stones are removable, and I've never seen this before. It seems a little bit more form-fitting than, the big Nano Gauntlet.
The Hulk Gauntlet,
That's the
yeah.
Hulk Gauntlet, yeah. Yeah, it seems a little bit more natural, so... Graham, if you're listening, let me know if you can find that.
Sure.
Anything else, Kevin, besides your big fucking awesome Nerf gun?
No, I think that's it.
You can have Nerf battles with Sabra now?
That thing it's a little too slow action because, like I said, you get that one dart and then you have to fucking reload. And
Yeah, and if anyone else has battery-operated Nerf guns, the game is over. You have to play with battery-operated versus battery-operated. Otherwise,
and this thing fucking launches though.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Sweet.
So it's a nice thing to have if you can get some distance.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's why you have like Mando, you have it across your back,
Yeah.
and then you have a smaller gun for
Yeah.
pew 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 pew.
Did it come with a strap or anything, or no?
It did not, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going
Fucking
to
rip
strap
off.
it. I know, but it came in a really cool box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came with 10 silver darts, which are pretty cool.
Does the box turn into a strap?
No,
Fucking rip off.
but no, I'm going to try and figure out where I can strap it up. Plus, I'm going to paint it
Nice.
because it's got the brown and it's got the darker colors, but then it also has like this most of it's this gross white color.
Yeah.
And I'm going to repaint that to like a gunmetal gray,
Sure.
Nice.
which will either destroy or increase the resale value. Who knows?
Yeah. I've already taken it out of the box, so.
Exactly. Gives a shit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm not. Yeah. I was never a kid that could keep things in a box. I'm like, I don't care.
I get it. I understand it now as an adult, but like, I still don't want to do it.
No.
Keeping things in boxes. I'm not a suffocator.
Yeah.
I want to hold it. I want to see it. I want to display it.
You want to play with it.
I
You
want to
want
fucking play with it. I wanna-
You want to, yeah. You want to do the dark helmet voices. with it.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Although, oddly enough, I kept, like, all my helmets, I've kept the boxes for the helmets. I don't know why. Why do I need to keep those?
I have a bunch of them too.
Yeah.
Why do you keep those?
I've thrown some, kept some.
I've kept them all. I don't have as many helmets as you, but I've kept them all.
I want more.
And I have all the boxes for all my lightsabers, too. Again, don't know why.
They announced the Bo-Katan
Yeah?
helmet.
Yeah?
Yeah. Once that comes out, I'll probably get that for Sabra.
Nice.
I'm waiting for my. Did I mention this? That I bought a Star Wars a blank X-wing helmet, pilot helmet.
Yeah.
Off of Etsy. Okay, I'm still waiting for that. They said it was supposed to ship. It was supposed to be here by now, but then I emailed them. They're like, "Oh yeah, we kind of got back, and then we both got COVID." And I was like, oh, "Okay, whatever. It's fine. Take your time. No big deal. Understandable.
Those are good reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike another thing I ordered where they're like, this says it was supposed to ship in 13 days. So it will ship in 13 days. I'm like, yeah, that's dated from December 21st.
Wait, okay, so quick PSA. If you're going to buy booze from like a specialized seller, if it comes FedEx, like pre-set up a pickup with FedEx. Because if you live in an apartment, if you live in a house, it's different. But if you live in an apartment, pre-set up a pickup with FedEx because they will not buzz up to you. They will not try and get a hold of you in any way, shape, or form. No. But they'll say they did, and then they'll keep pushing it off to the next day. I've raised hell with them a couple times now. Said, okay, he has to buzz up. I will come down. I will be available. No, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, fuck them. Oh, weird. I was dealing with that today too about our fucking refrigerator. Fuck you, Best Buy.
Oh, you missed it too.
I was angry. Still angry about it. Anyways, is that it?
Yeah, it's all you.
I think I have one little thing. So I actually bought I bought this for my buddy's birthday, but I bought one for me. And yes, it's a replica. It's a reprint, but it's the drawing from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Dope!
It's signed?
Well, it's not signed. It's the notes on the drawing. If you look, if you watch the movie, these are the drawings that I think Jim Henson.
Where'd you get it?
I want to say Etsy.
Wow, that's super cool.
But it's if you've seen the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when they have that drawing that April O'Neil is doing.
The character. Oh yeah. It's the character reference.
Yeah, when he's waiting for Raph to wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's you want to take a look at.
Like, I assume it's actually the character reference in the movie that April O'Neil is drawing.
Right.
Actually,
but I want to say the actual drawings were done by Jim Henson.
Neat. That's super cool.
And again, it's a total copy of a photo, which is fine. And I didn't pay very much for them. And it was off of Etsy, so really I don't mind if you pay. I think I paid like $20 for those, $30, something like that.
Ooh.
But you know what? Whatever. But it was super cool, and I appreciate this. But the letter when I got it in the mail today, the return address was April O'Neil.
That's adorable.
Cute. Yeah, and it was April O'Neil, whatever the 20 or 220 Baxter Avenue or something like that.
Oh, sure,
New York. I was like, all right, I can appreciate that because I was like April O'Neil. I'm like, what kind of joke? I was like, that's probably my drawings.
Yeah, that's cute.
And I think that's it, really. I didn't really get anything. That was it. Just that. I actually bought it for my buddy's birthday, because he's a big, huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Rob, anything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything new. I do have an update on a previous one, though.
Yes.
So I got a meat grinder and sausage stuffer for...
Yeah,
you're welcome. I knew I wasn't going to get through that sentence. I knew it was going to happen. All right, cut this part and I'll do it again. See if you guys laugh again. So I got a meat grinder and a sausage stuffer. God damn it, fuck me.
Just keep
sausage stuffer for Christmas, and I made a few sausages. You
grind your own meat with it?
I did.
Nice. What'd you put in the meat?
It's just I started with just pork for a while. But then the grinder smushes up the fat.
Really?
Yeah, it smushes up the fat a little, so it doesn't.
Does it have changeable grinder gears?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. But it smushes up the fat, and so I have to remember to keep everything super chilled.
Yep.
Yeah.
B, make sure that the meat is super, super chilled before I start. I can. No, I gotta super chill it when I grind it too. Anyways, yeah.
I was thinking of Eric Nies in the grind.
Fun fact: the part of the grinder where the sausage comes out, where you stuff it into the casing, is called a dick.
Is it really?
Yep.
I was unaware of that. That's awesome. It's not on any of the
labeled body parts. Labeled parts.
Shut up, Nick. Yeah, no, it's not labeled anywhere that way.
Not on the can,
Neat
though?
though. So I did some sausages right after I got it, and they're fine. They were fine, but they're really dry because all the fat was like basically sitting inside the machine.
Mm-hmm. Right. Where do you get your own casings and stuff too?
Yeah. I bought natural hog casings.
Where do you get those from? I'm just curious.
I just found. I bought them from the smokehouse online.
Okay.
Or the sausage something.
I think you might be able to get them from Restaurant Supply up in Brooklyn Park. You do not need to have.
No, I know.
They changed their rules. At least at that location, you do not need to be a restaurant manager and catering specialist in order to buy from there now.
Have you tried Abe Froman?
Been that way for.
Yep. I went there.
Yeah, you did.
A few years now, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few years now. And what did you say? Perlman or Froman?
Froman.
Okay.
Abe Froman.
I heard Perlman for some reason.
Froman.
So.
Sausage King in Chicago.
Sausage King in
Arrakis
Chicago.
Fremen.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
Anyways, so that first experiment went poorly. They were dry, and I way overcooked them in the smoker because I'm an idiot, and I should have honestly looked at some recipes first. But then this week I had a couple days off, so I took a couple days off and I made kielbasa. And that turned out way better. I'm still having a problem with the fat kind of melting on me as it's going through. But that's okay. I can solve that problem, and I know how to solve that problem. I just wanted to get somewhere where one of these tasted like a fucking sausage.
What makes it a kielbasa? The length? The kind? What?
The style in which it's made. So it's made with a curing.
It was an
salt.
honest question, by the way. Just in
Okay.
case, just in case people were curious. I was not being sarcastic. I honestly don't know.
No, that's fine. So that's just the kielbasa is the word for sausage in Polish.
Right. So is it just a Polish sausage?
Yes, it's just a Polish sausage.
Ditka.
Ditka.
So the thing with the
Working on a
kielbasa
baker's dozen
is
there,
that
Bob.
it's a mix of pork and beef
Right.
and spices, mostly marjoram and garlic, and a curing salt called Prague powder.
Interesting.
And
That's
that's
Minnesota. I think you mean Prague powder.
no, I do not.
Fuck New
You'll
Prague.
never get me to say it. So, you put in the Prague powder, and anyways, but yeah, so that's what makes the sausage pink on the inside.
So many.
Normally, you guys are cutting me off, but there's so many dick jokes in here.
They're really just writing themselves.
Yeah.
Just hanging out there.
But yeah, and then I put that in the smoker, and I cooked it at 150 degrees. That's fucking it. For like 3 or 4 hours, mind you. But
is that too much? Too little? Perfect.
No. Normally, when you normally smoke like pork ribs or beef or anything like that, you smoke it anywhere between 225 and 275.
Gotcha.
For sausages, you can't smoke it that high because the fat runs out, which I discovered the first time.
Welcome to Smoking with Rob.
Yeah.
Basically made some fat ass jerky.
Yeah, it was so dry. So fucking dry. So the
Make you put on
the
cheese and crackers.
kielbasa is better. I'm still having the problem of like the fat was melting inside the sausage, so it's a little bit of a issue there, but not nearly as bad as it was the first time around. And now I understand what I was doing wrong, so it's getting better, and hopefully I can. One of these times I'll perfect it, and you guys can have some of my sausage.
Come over and have some of your smoked sausage.
Yeah.
Put some of your
Just
sausage
stick
in
it right in your mouth. Yeah.
And just slide it in.
Shut up and put it in your mouth.
No, I make a good white sauce with it too.
I'm sure you do. I was to say about that. It's one of those episodes, huh?
Sure is.
Okay, well, glad it's at the end of the episode. Anything else?
It's a happy ending.
I really like the third episode of Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Very good.
It is sticking with that past and present.
Yeah.
Though not nearly as much in episode 3. It was just a couple of hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go on a quick rant about how you love the Mighty Morphin Vespa Rangers?
I liked them.
I did not.
Okay.
I only because
You don't have to. You're allowed to not like cool stuff and be boring and a chocolate chip cookie guy.
Yeah. Wow.
It tastes better. It tastes better milk. Speaking of white creams, the only problem I had with it is that if you're trying to make them this badass biker gang and then you put them on Vespas,
They're hipsters. That's why they're doing all the cyborg shit.
I know, I got that, but they tried to make them sound like they were kind of like a badass. Like, don't fuck with these guys.
They made them sound like
Yeah.
they're badass.
But
They were their own hype men.
Yeah.
right. Well, that's true.
And I will say, they're fucking kids, man.
I know.
Do you remember
I got the
being
hipster thing.
20-something? Because I absolutely was that much of an asshole. And still am, I know.
Never was. I don't know what you're talking about. Ask everybody.
What's in your garage now?
A motorcycle? But it's not a Vespa. It's a real motorcycle. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
There is. And I bought
I know what brand of motorcycle you currently have in your garage.
It's not a Vespa. Suzuki's a reputable motorcycle. I don't know what you're
Oh,
getting
no,
at here.
that's right. I'm sorry. You did change. Sorry. I
I never had a Harley Davidson.
That's
I've
right.
never had a Harley Davidson. Fuck Harley Davidson.
Right.
I will
right.
say
We
that.
talked about this.
I'll say it to the day I die. Fuck Harley Davidson.
Okay, I take it back. I was thinking you had a Harley Davidson in the garage, and you're like, there's a difference between a Vespa and a motorcycle. I'm like, yeah, there's a difference between a motorcycle and a Harley, too.
There is.
Yeah, motorcycles are cool. Harleys are junk.
Either way, douchebags ride them both.
I mean, that's true.
Although
Sidebar, I totally want a Vespa. That would be fun.
my brother wanted one when he lived in New York, and I laughed, and I was like, really going to carry your double bass on the back of a Vespa? Okay.
Yeah.
I would have taken pictures.
I would have fucking laughed at him.
Oh my god! I would have been able to make a series of them. Like the picture I have of Kevin in his smart car rental, in his smart
Right.
car loaner, a picture of your brother with his double bass on the back of a Vespa, and then I need a third picture.
Although, funny story to get from the place in Jamaica or resort in Jamaica to the scuba place, I think you can rent Vespas to get there.
Nice.
It's only like a mile away.
Do it.
Yeah, of course I am.
Do it.
I don't care. I'm in foreign country.
Quick sidebar before we go though, if you know what a cafe racer looks like, that's what I want. And there's like custom ones that you can get for starting at 8,000, and it's not bad. And I'm really looking into it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Are you looking at them right
Yeah,
now?
look at it.
A cafe racer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I love them. They're so great. You can't go on the highway with them. You will get swatted down like a
Yeah, but-
fucking bug on a windshield.
Where you live in Minneapolis, it's perfect.
Yeah, it is. It is.
absolutely
I can
perfect.
get anywhere in Minneapolis. I could drive here on that.
You can go on the highway.
Well, no. I can cut through St. Paul.
Yeah, you can. You can. It would take you.
It would take me significantly longer.
Yes, it would.
It would take me twice as long to get here, but I could do it.
Can't take it on the sidewalks.
Well, I could do it. I could take it practically anywhere in the city, though.
Yeah, Minneapolis would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why my brother wanted one for New York, because he could get anywhere.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to steal a Vespa. Anyways. Anything else?
No.
Last call? All right.
That's all I got, baby.
All right. This has been best threesome whatever. What was I trying to say?
Best threesome episode.
Best episode threesome ever.
Best episode 144 ever.
Yep.
Threesome.
Best threesome ever, episode 144, brought to you by Heroic Goods and Games and Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Rob.
I'm Kevin.
And we will see you next time.
Waka chicka, waka chicka, waka chicka.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.